The 2024 NFC North is the best division in NFL history. We have a chance to have a division with 3 13-win teams, and usually it's hard for one division to even have one 13-win team. One of these insane teams is going to end up having to play as the 6th seed and likely never having the chance to play a home playoff game. Week 16 is fully behind us, and we just witnessed the biggest belt-to-ass game I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Well, that's a stretch, but it is the first shutout of the year and the biggest blowout for the Packers since their illustrious 2014 55-14 win over the Chicago Bears. Barstool Big Cat, I hope you didn't catch what I just said there. But anyways, this game was an embodiment of how good the Packers can be. Well, starting off this Saints-Packers game right here, time and time again, the Packers always find ways to get Josh Jacobs the ball. It seemed like they couldn't do that very well early on in the season, but opening game script against the Saints here, they design screens for him. They design it to where it looks like Jordan Love's taking a shot downfield. He makes the first guy miss. I mean, Josh Jacobs, this is what separates him from other backs. If you make the first guy miss, the play is designed to have everyone else blocked. These plays for Matt LaFleur are built for Josh Jacobs, a system built for Josh Jacobs. The Packers are a well-oiled machine, and Josh Jacobs has found his cog in this illustrious Packers clock. Other than these plays I've showed you from Josh Jacobs, there's nothing much really else to write home about. Jordan Love was once again on a leash during Toyotathon, Jordan Love's little era right here. I'm going to just say this one time, and it might be a hot take, but Jordan Love during these past 5 games has seemed to be on a leash. Matt LaFleur has seemed to be more conservative with his play calling. Josh Jacobs has been extremely effective, and those opening drives have been mostly Josh Jacobs screens, Josh Jacobs runs, and we haven't really seen Jordan Love being forced to come back, except of course in the Lions game in which they lost. And I really want to see more of Jordan Love in these situations. I want to see a full 4 quarters of Jordan Love carrying his team, leading an efficient passing offense, because there's really 2 types of Jordan Loves. He'll open up with 2 good first quarters of action and then taper off the rest of the game due to extremely conservative play calling and some just not smart decisions when they do actually decide to throw the ball, or opens up with a really slow start, come out sluggish, and then be forced to come back in the second half. I want to see a full game of Jordan Love playing like this. Defensively, again, they weren't really tested. This offense that they played from the Saints has to be one of the worst offenses trotted out in the history in the NFL. I mean, this is borderline 2015, 2016 Browns type of stuff. Spencer Rattler, I mean, he has potential, but that's really about it. Every skill position player on the Saints is hurt. Chris Olave got that concussion. Derek Carr is out. Alvin Kamara is hurt. Marquez Valdes-Scantling has an illness. All of the above for the Saints has gone wrong. I mean, the really only notable guy I can think of is maybe Juwan, and then we got Oster Moreau. And that's it. I mean, come on. This offense is worse than some college offenses. That might be a stretch, but really, is it better than any other college offenses right now? Come on. What is this starting lineup that the Saints trotted out there against this Packers team? What else did we expect? We probably should have flexed this out of Monday Night Football. Everybody got in on the action for the Packers, and that's honestly good. Every player got reps today. And what more could you want when you get into the playoffs and everyone starts to get banged up? That's what you want down the stretch of a long football season. The Packers are in great position to make a run in the playoffs. They'll have so much depth for when Jair Alexander finally comes back, Javon Bullard, Evan Williams. The entire secondary will be a well-oiled machine. The Packers are just a great program overall, and they've always taken their time medical staff-wise with getting players back on the field. How do they stack up with the rest of the NFC North, though? The Lions, they're very banged up, but they're still well coached. They got Ben Johnson. They got great discipline. They got the mentality to be a great playoff team down the stretch when the weather gets cold, when everybody wants to run the ball. They have that. They have Dan Campbell's energy. And the Vikings, they're still winning with Sam Darnold in a quote-unquote bridge year. They're 13-2. They'll likely have a shot at the 1 seed, but if they lose out and the Packers win out, they could drop to as far as the 6th seed. If I had to pick one to win the division right now, I'd say the Vikings because they're more healthy and that's what you want in the big matchup in Week 18. But we'll have to see what they do against the Packers, because once again, who knows at this point? All 3 of these teams deserve to win a division title, and I don't think I've ever said that since maybe last year with the AFC North of last year. But even then, none of those teams came close to 13 wins. They were just beating up on each other. But the difference between that division and this division is that they don't lose outside of the division. They don't let the getting banged up thing get to them. This NFC North division is the greatest in NFL history, and I'm really appreciating every second of it. I can't wait to watch the games next week and the week after. Happy winter break, and thanks for catching this video on the Toss the Mic YouTube channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and also check us out on Spotify, Toss the Mic. We got podcast episodes dropping, especially during the school year, but we'll have them sporadically dropping in left and right, and catch it on the radio, 91.7 WSUM in Madison.